Quick shout out to B1 for the intro music that you guys just heard. Now, this will be the intro for the remaining amount of videos I'll be posting for the rest of 2026. So, I hope you guys get used to it because you're going to be hearing it very, very well. Me and him worked on this about a month or so ago, and I finally want to debut with it. Now, there's going to be kind of like a little like change up to it that's going to be coming, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to B1. So, thank you, B1 for the intro, background music, and everything like that, and the beat and everything, be Bayley. Now, Bayley is obviously, well, if you guys do not know this, she is my favorite WWE Women's Superstar. And it seems like the past couple of years, it's been kind of like a roller coaster of emotions when it comes to me and Bayley and how I felt about the WWE booking her. Because it seems like in certain moments, the WWE is leading into Bayley getting a big push, and they managed to pull it off when she won the Royal Rumble in 2024 and then won the WWE Women's Championship from Io Sky. But after that, it was a downhill slope because her reign as a WWE Women's Champion was just not booked very well. She barely had any matches. Her storylines weren't really that interesting, and then she ultimately lost the championship to Nia Jax at SummerSlam when Nia Jax won the Queen in the Ring at King of the Ring basically in Saudi Arabia. But still, I have been always a supporter of Bayley for since the amount of time that she's been on the main roster, and she's been on the main roster since for about 10 years now, so it's absolutely crazy. But it really is just interesting to see because I know how much, or I can see articles talking about how Bayley is as a person behind the scenes, and even she just went on Stephanie McMahon's podcast the other day, and Stephanie McMahon was saying like she's on the level in terms of like Trish Stratus and Lita in terms of what she's done for the business, and I can honestly say that to I can't like obviously I don't know Bayley personally, but from what I can see, I can feel like she is that type of person because I feel like Bayley is a genuine human being that loves and cares for everyone that is in the business. She loves the WWE, has been a fan of it for so many years, even going to shows before she got into the business when it came to that. And now where she is right now, she's trying to really give back to the girls. You see her interacting with other talent, like she's right now in the storyline with Lyra Valkyria, where they're a tag team, and I'm ultimately thinking that it's going to lead to a turn by either Lyra or Bayley and lead to them feuding at WrestleMania, which is one thing I'm actually kind of excited for because Bayley last year was supposed to be in a tag team match with Lyra Valkyria, but they took Bayley out and replaced her with Becky Lynch for a storyline that ended up turning out to be a like a one-on-one and a triple threat that involved Bayley after Bayley came back from an injury. But still, I just want to see Bayley get booked better. I just want to see consistency from Bayley because if we look at the other horsewomen that are in the WWE that get booked, Charlotte has been going close to 16-time champion in the WWE. Becky Lynch has main evented WrestleMania. Her and Charlotte Flair have main evented WrestleMania. She's a multiple time women's champion. She's one of the best out there. I can't deny that. And even when Sasha Banks was there, um, Sasha Banks was definitely booked a lot better than Bayley. She was a 5-time women's champion. No matter how many times she lost the title, she was always like on the topper echelon of the card. And then I feel like Bayley, in terms of the way that they viewed her, was kind of like like at the bottom of the four. But then the pandemic came and her whole role model heel turn, and I feel like she kind of like took a step in terms of character development, how she is as a person. And I feel like Bayley at this current standpoint right now, if I'm looking at the four horsewomen, she's kind of like the 2 and 3 position with Becky Lynch. And at current moment, I have them above Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair is number one because, bro, she's a Flair. She's Charlotte Flair, and she's very, very talented in the ring. But all of them can put on very good matches. All of them can put on 5-star matches. I mean, look at Bayley versus Sasha Banks at NXT Brooklyn. That is one of the greatest matches that I've ever seen when it comes to that. But still, Bayley is very well respected when it comes to the WWE and everything about like that. but respected doesn't mean you get booked very well, and respect doesn't mean you get the things that I believe that she has earned, and she's earned opportunities to have chances at titles. If I were the WWE right now, I would have Bayley in the mid card division battling for the Intercontinental Championship, or even sending over to SmackDown to battle Julia for the WWE Women's United States Championship, just so she can bring that title relevancy. Because imagine someone on the level and caliber of Bayley holding one of those titles. The title prestige goes up, and what I feel like right now, the United States Championship for the women really needs someone to hold that title to get the prestige, and then whoever topples Bayley or whoever topples that champion can get a lot of recognition because they beat one of the very best in this business. So yes, there have been some high moments for Bayley. Obviously, like I said in the beginning, her winning the Royal Rumble and then winning at WrestleMania has been one of the high moments. She was one that I just also want to remind you guys about this. She is the one that carried the WWE Women's Division during the pandemic. Let's not forget, she was the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. And then her next interaction when she came back from the injury was her interaction with the Bella Twins, where she got embarrassed at WrestleMania. And I'm not even going to hide the fact that I was disappointed in that segment because, considering the fact that that was your longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, and that's her next interaction, it is what it is. But still, like I said, Bayley is one of the well respected female talents in the WWE, even by people outside the WWE, like former superstars like Indy Hartwell, like Cora Jade and all these other superstars. They very much well respect Bayley. And Bayley, I remember a couple weeks ago, just had like um a seminar for people that are trying to get like grow in the business, and she did completely free. So she's a very well respected person when it comes to the wrestling business. I just want to see Bayley get booked better.